Well, hello everyone. It is a new day here on the Titancraft server, and we are starting off in the resource world. This is kind of my base of operations when I come into the resource world. I have my stone mining area. I have my strip mine down here. This is where I get all my diamonds because I don't have a shop. This is where I have just a bunch of random things. And yeah, this is just kind of where I dig stone. So like when I was building the Weeping Angel, this is where I came. So all of this right here is the product of it, like getting all the andesite, all that stuff was from here. And also for my next project, which is basically all contained in these shulker boxes. It's a lot of materials. I mean, this entire back row is just for, it says dirt, but it's actually supposed to be grass. Because we're doing a terraforming project. A really big terraforming project. So pretty much all these blocks are for the terraforming. We have stone, we have terracotta, and we have just some more miscellaneous items as well. It's gonna be a lot. Like, let me just show you up on the surface. All of this is for the grass that I have mined, and let me just tell you, this was only about 4 shulkers, and I have 12 that I need to fill up. So, ow. This is gonna take a while. I'm gonna keep grinding, and I shall see you guys back at the base when I have all this stuff done. And we have the resources for our project. This took so long. This shovel, hello doggy. This shovel had to go through so many repairs, and the ender, I had to go back and forth so much. But in the end, it is worth it because I have everything I need. I think also a little bit extra, but this is all I really need. So let's talk about what I'm doing. And since all my shulkers are at the mountain, I bet you can guess what I'm doing. We're doing the mountain. We're going to be transforming this mountain because I want to get my next build up. I don't have it planned yet, but I want to kind of move out of these buildings soon, and into an actual like proper storage room. Because it's just kind of teeny. It's a little cramped in here. Now, I'm not running out of space. A couple things are getting full, like deep slate and tough. I've had to do like so much more storage for the shulker boxes I've been making. But things like ocean things, I have not gathered like any prismarine or anything, so that just doesn't have anything. I don't really have much nether stuff or end stuff other than the free shulker shells I can get. But I kind of want to move out of here, and I think this is just kind of one of my next projects that I've been wanting to do anyways, because I am going to be living, at least with my storage room and super smelter, all that stuff. It's going to be in this area, and there's going to be a building up here as well. What we're going to be building today is not the building. I keep saying building a lot. Nor is it going to be completely finished. So the mountain that we are building today is more of a blank slate. It doesn't really have any trees or any plants on it yet. It's pretty much a blank canvas, so there is still going to be work to be done. So I know that it will look very flat by itself for a little bit, but it will be okay. We're going to be getting stuff up there as time goes on. Now, one of my other problems with this area is all of these trees. I have to get rid of so many, almost all of them in the area in which I am building, because they are going to interfere. Now, some are going to be under the mountain like these over here, but I may as well get rid of them, because, you know, I'll have a lot of wood. But that is going to be the second phase of this thing, is deforestation. Phase 1 was resource gathering, phase 2 is deforestation and preparing the area, and phase 3 is getting this thing built. So, before I get started with the deforestation, which I'm not going to show on camera just because at this point I've done a bunch of deforestation on camera, and quite frankly, it's a bit boring to watch, I think, and it's a bit more boring to edit as well. Just me flying around cutting down trees. I don't think it's fun to watch. So I'm going to be doing that off camera. Before we get started with that, I do kind of want to show you guys some of my inspiration and my past terraforming, just so you guys can kind of get a little bit of get kind of an idea or something. So we're going to do that, and when we come back, this place will be deforested. So here's an example of kind of the terraforming I have done in the past. This is my base in a realm my friends and I have had. And basically this is kind of a research facility. I started to add lore to it and then I kind of got a little bit just kind of burnt out and didn't finish. But this is kind of all of the terraforming I've done. I've done this cliff. I'm still pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it's pretty cool. But I'm actually going to be doing something a little bit different. This one had a bit more of a more organic-y feel. What I'm actually going to be doing is a bit more unique. And when I say unique, something kind of along the lines like this. Some of you may, I mean, hopefully most of you may recognize this. This is Pearlescent Moon's base from Hermitcraft Season 9. If you don't recognize it, you should totally go watch her PV. It's amazing. So it's not going to be this big. It's not going to have the same palette, but I do want to kind of give you guys an idea of somewhat of kind of my inspiration in the kind of shapes that you may see with it. It's definitely not going to be as exaggerated. I kind of want something a bit more fun, and you know, totally not completely realistic. I think it'll just kind of make it look a little bit more interesting. So going with something like this as inspiration is, I think, pretty cool. Because my thing with this build this season is I want to try and get out of my comfort zone and try something new. And I've been experimenting with the Axia mod, and it's what I've been able to come up with. And so I want to implement it on Titancraft. I am nearly there. Oh, wow. Look at all that. Look at all those trees gone. There's some on the mountain, but I kind of just left them because they are not going to interfere with the build. They're just going to be under there. So I was like, why bother about that? As I go around here, you may notice that I've been destroying this mountain because this side does interfere and does kind of stick out, and so I had to remove a lot of it. And another thing that I didn't know when I was building this in creative was this entire section of the mountain. So while I build this, I'm gonna have to improvise a way to connect these up, so it may look a little awkward from the backside, but that's fine because this isn't the main point of view, so it's fine. This is supposed to be the main sightline from here. So I don't care as much about if the back is going to look amazing, because I don't really think people are going to see it that much. So there's still some little areas that I'm going to have to do a bit more deforestation on, but I think I will just get those done when I get to it. Mostly on this side of the mountain. As you can see, a lot of these are still encroaching, and the mountain keeps going this way a little bit. But for the most part, these will just interfere with the bottom, where it kind of just meets grass. It kind of sounds weird. I don't know how to say things, but for now they aren't too it's not really an immediate thing that I need to get to. So I think it's about time that we get started on this build. This is gonna take forever. All right, let's get started. And 2 days of building later, the mountain is complete. I've been in the process of getting rid of these torches and just putting some frog lights under moss, so it doesn't look as ugly from afar, and at the moment, I think it's really, really cool. It's pretty empty at the moment, other than the rocks that I have. There are no trees, so it kind of looks a little weird from, you know, this heavily forested area. But as I add trees, as I add some builds on it, I think it'll look really cool. Remember that this is a bit of a template, a blank canvas, So it's gonna look a little out of place probably for a little bit. And of course, this was kind of a first try. This is all experimenting with Axiom mod, trying to. Oop, I suck at this. So a lot of this has been experimenting with Axiom mod. So not everything is perfect. I'm still trying to get used to it, but I think for the most part, this is a pretty good first try of a mountain. Now I'm not completely finished with the actual mountain itself. There's still some spots like down here, if you can see behind these trees. So with my schematic that I used, it didn't reach this far down, so I'm just gonna have to connect certain places up like that. And this back area I still need to do a bit of work on. Other than that though, this mountain is done. It's big. It is big. If I go in here, just actually, let's go this way. Whoop. Ow. So if I go in from under, this is the mountain that was here before. It's quite small. I thought it was a fairly big-ish hill, I guess, hill. But now that I've like finished my build, like it's pretty teeny. This entire area is pretty small. You can kind of comfortably fly around. I still left a lot of these trees, so not entirely, but for the most part. And it should be lit up fairly well. There's still some areas that are probably not well lit enough, but at the moment is doing all right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't feel like dying. Oh no, I need to get out of here. I need to get out. But anyways, that did take quite a while. It did take quite a bit. It was about 2 days off and on, but in the end I think it has been totally worth it. It's a really cool centerpiece for my base. I mean, for quite a while now, my base has literally just been this small little area. Obviously, I've had my base markers, but I haven't really added anything in the main base area, and now here's my big mountain. So if you come from any direction, there's just going to be this random giant hill of weird rocks that just shows up out of nowhere. And so the plan for this is that we're going to have a building here on this top flat spot that has a path going to it. Again, I think I've already said earlier this episode that I have not played it yet. Very, very on par with my track record here. So that's still to come. And I'm thinking about having maybe either some small buildings or some trees slash more cool stones like these around here as well. Now we're going to move away from this project for a little bit because earlier today there was an event on Titancraft. Seeing that it is, as of recording this, the day before Halloween, we had a Halloween event in the Halloween district. I managed to make it just in time, but I didn't really record any commentary or anything. I was just kind of recording because Tango was online and he was live streaming. So I was pretty much just playing, recording, and listening to the live stream. So we're going to have some music and audio to kind of tell you guys what was happening. For the first half of the event, we showed Tango around the Halloween district, and here he is, trying to solve Beloved's maze while we are on top pestering him. After the maze, we headed over to my Weeping Angel, and I sat there, pretty proud of myself, dancing, looking pretty awesome in my costume, and well, he said that he enjoyed it, and I'm pretty happy with that. And I even got a little Halloween treat that he was handing out to everyone. And so for the rest of that first half, we hung out and we toured the rest of the people's builds. Once the tour was over, then came the next half of the event, which was the pumpkin carving. So, as you can see, there are a bunch of empty pumpkins and everyone got to choose one and get to carve something in it, decorate it, whatever they wanted to do in about 10 minutes. And so I didn't really come prepared. They did say beforehand to get prepared, you know, prepare some blocks if you wanted to. And well, this day, I didn't entirely know if I was going to make it, so I was not very prepared. So once they said time's up, time's ready, I went to the shopping district and I got a bunch of acacia wood because I knew I was probably going to need it for this pumpkin. I didn't really have much of a plan, so instead of doing something elaborate with the little resources I had, I decided to just do some stupid face. Once everyone was done with their builds, Tango went around and looked at them, and I got another Halloween treat just like I got from my angel. And just like that, the event was over. We took a nice little picture at the spawn area of the Halloween district, and then we parted ways. Well, that Halloween event was so much fun, and now that Halloween is over, I am out of my little Doctor Who costume. So, first off, I just want to show you guys what these Halloween treats are. So we have these little coupons. So this one is a spawner coupon. So I get to hit an entity with this coupon to set decorative spawner type. Place it into an item frame to set the spawner in that block. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I think I can figure that out, but I don't know what I would use that for, but that's pretty cool. And then we also have a block/sign coupon. So if I trade it with Grifter for one custom sign or written book with formatting or URL, some conditions apply. Okay. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with these, but we'll figure that out at some point in time. I think I have, what is it? I have another coupon somewhere, right? Oh. My wallet is over here, which also leads me to my next talking point. Let me just check though, real quick. Whoop. Yes, I have a custom model coupon. So there's a kiosk, and I think this is a custom model data. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So, again, I don't really have plans for those as of yet, so we'll figure that out. But that led me over here because I want to talk a little bit about what is going to be going on top of this mountain. I've laid out some little posts because I have a building in it. This is the second time that's happened today. So I've had something basically just like this happen earlier today. I'm not very good at flying, it seems. Wow, okay. So, what I was saying is that this area, I have a building planned out. It is not completely finished with planning. I've done most of it in creative, but I have some kind of ideas for expansion, mostly with this side. It's kind of flat. With my design, we'll talk about it once I build it. I don't think I'm going to build it this episode, though. We'll see. So the building itself is kind of flat on this side. I don't really have much of an idea. I have ideas. But it'll take a little bit more creative planning. So one of them, I'm talking about it when I don't really have a visual representation, but I have ideas. So one of them being that it just kind of hangs off this cliff a little bit and just kind of is attached. Or there is a large rock that comes up and is attached to that rock. Or another idea that I've been toying with is that this building is kind of connected to the ground and there's like a mine down here, like a big pit, and it's loading resources up here, and this building is like a forge of some sorts. So those are some of my kind of ideas. I'm going to mess around with those in creative a bit more, but I have the building in like pretty much done. So that's pretty cool. I already have most of the resources. So I'm telling myself, do I do this today or do I do this next episode? I mean, we've already done this big build today, and I don't know if I want to do another big, it's kind of big, a big build this episode. But I do want to talk about my storage room. Where am I going to put the storage room? That's a good question. Because I've been kind of thinking about where it'll go, like how I'm going to enter it. Obviously from the building, but I was also thinking about having some other entrance as well, like from the exterior of the mountain itself. So like a cave. I messed around in creative and I just couldn't figure it out. So I'm still kind of thinking about that, but the main idea is that the storage room is going to be directly under this building. Right, oh my gosh, right down here. So I have a thing with storage rooms. I don't entirely like them to be confined to just a building. I like to have them underground, mostly because I can expand. I usually like having a bunch of things branch off. My main like living area I typically have underground just because that's how I like it. And so I'm probably going to have it that way. And I have a lot of room that I'm able to work with here, which is going to make it very nice. Oh, ow. Oh, please don't die again. That would be so awkward. Oh, oh. I'm very prone to death today. So I flattened out a bit of the mountain below and made a bit of a platform to try and get a good layout for the storage room. We're going to kind of figure this out together, I think. So I have a bunch of chests and I have a bunch of posts, so we're going to get to it. So I want to start off with the bulk storage. So how I do my storage rooms normally is I have a wall. It's usually the very central wall is the bulk storage, and it's usually what, 5, 6 chests. So I usually have one for like deep slate, tough, stone, dirt, / grass / other dirt things, netherrack, sand, gravel. I think those are usually like my ones. Let's see. That isn't very much in line, is it? No. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so doing math in my head, I don't know why. Oh, okay. I know what I need to do. Boop, boop, and boop. So like say that's maybe our bulk storage, and we have a boop and a boop like that, and that's kind of where I mark that off. So usually I will indicate what's what on the floor down here. Boop. Boop. Yeah, as you can see, I follow kind of a formula with my storage rooms. It's just how I like mine. Usually this is about 5 chests tall, so we'll probably stick with that same thing. Now, I need to kind of think about expansion. So I need to think about what kind of spots will lead on to different areas. So I'm thinking probably I will have a wall. I'm just going to mark it with dirt for now. I'll have a wall like this. Alright. So I'll have a wall, and down this way I can go to other areas. And so let's make this hall like maybe 3 blocks. So I always like to have a little midpoint, right? So we'll do that. We'll do this on either side. I like my storage rooms nice and symmetrical. Always love some symmetry. Love to make a layout. Okay, so this is our bulk storage. Let's say we have these guys here. And then here. And then maybe I have some more along that way. I could do it like that, or I could do it similar to what I did in a storage room I had in a previous world just recently, where I do, instead of just a bunch lined up like this, I have, hold on, let me grab them, a chest, and then a chest thing, chest, whatever. And each of these walls is a block that represents what it is, and if it's an item, I'll just use a sign. So I would do this, and this, oop. Oop. I'm bad at this, I suck. So something like this could work. Do I like that though? That's the question. That is the question. Do I like that? Because I also do like having a mix of things. So maybe some barrels, maybe some shulker boxes. I usually like to have like a wall of shulkers. So we'll probably incorporate that as well. Okay, well, let me think a bit of a let me think of a layout real quick. Let me just yeah. All right, so I have a layout in mind. Now, this is not, 100% going to be the layout or anything, but this is my idea. So I have the bulk storage here, and then I have some other chests on this side. There'll be about 5 chests tall as well. And on the very back, we have what is going to be a wall of shulker boxes. Now, of course, I have so many shulker boxes, so we'll have some extra storage for them. Right here is probably going to be barrels for all my miscellaneous things. I usually have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, so they'll probably go in there. Also, maybe just some overflow stuff will go there as well. Here, I'm thinking about having a secondary nether portal, because right now mine is all the way over at the rocks, so when I want to come home and put stuff in my storage room and whatnot, I don't want to just come and then, go all the way up here and down. It's just, I don't know how to speak. It's not as convenient. There we go. Okay. So, this may be the entrance from the building. I don't really know. We'll try and figure out a way to connect it once the building actually goes up. Now, this way, I think, is going to be going downstairs, and I may have my super smelter down here. And usually with a super smelter, I also have a bamboo farm. So this is going to be like a dual bamboo farm thing where one has an output and will actually give me bamboo in the form of blocks, and the other one will be used as a fuel source for the super smelter. I've used this in the past, and it was very, it was very good. It was very good, but it took me forever to build. It was not fun, but I got it done, and I got it done. So that's my idea for over here, probably. Now these I literally just labeled as 2 other places, because both of these will just be hallways to other places. This will be kind of where I expand as time goes on. So I'll have like, I don't know, a bedroom, something like that. I'm also thinking, this is going to be a little square with all the kind of things that I'm going to need. So crafting table, anvils, stuff like that will kind of just go in here. So I can just go whoop, boop, boop, yep, yep, yep. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm tired. So that's the idea at the moment. Again, this is all subject to change. I'll kind of think about it a bit more, and it'll probably, change a bit once I get the building in. So I'm not going to complete this room until I get the building done and get this all connected up. And then I'll start doing the storage room itself, getting a better design, because it's not going to look like this at all. It's not. And I want kind of a fun exit. I've been thinking about having one of the cool wind charge exits, like maybe down one of these halls. I have a room where I can just walk in, go down, and then, I'll be launched up. I think that would be pretty cool. So that is the idea. So yeah, that is the idea of my main area for this season, the storage room, everything that's going to be branching off. I hope you guys like this idea. This is how I normally function underground. It's where I strive. So I'm excited for this. It gives me just more room to work with, which I always enjoy, because I always end up expanding. I'm like a I'm like a little mole underground. I just start making more and more tunnels. It's just how I work. So I think with that, that is going to be the end of today's episode. We've gotten a bunch done. We've gotten this humongous, gigantic mountain done. We participated in an amazing, really fun Halloween event, and we planned out our storage room. Now, this episode did take a while to make, to get out. I've been a little unmotivated lately. I am going to be a little honest, but you know, it's good to be honest, I guess. I've been getting back into I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. It's been taking me a little bit. The thing is though that, you know, like I have not had a whole lot like planned, like literally build wise. So I'm still trying to come up with ideas, so it's a little bit hard on me. So I hope you guys are okay with kind of the long in-betweens, because I don't know how long it will be until next episode. I don't think it'll be too long because we're going to be doing this building next time. But yeah, so just I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak today. So, you know what, just to keep myself from mumbling even more, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. So with that, I shall see you guys in the next episode, whenever that may be. Bye!